So let's say your audio is too low or too loud and you want to adjust it. Now the first way to adjust it is through this line right here. You see this line running across your audio wavelength? If you click on that line and scroll up or move your mouse up and down, you'll see the decibels increase and decrease. So let's just place it back to 0. Another way to adjust the audio is right here in your audio clip mixer. This section right here is A1. This is the audio for the row right here that says A1. If we were to have audio here in the sequence in A2, you'll see audio levels in A2, A3, and so on, depending on if you have audio in that row or not. But since we have audio for only the row A1, you'll only see audio levels in A1 right here. The audio levels that you see here are the audio levels for the sequence as a whole. So let's say you want to make it louder and bring it up to 5 decibels. Okay, now let's play that.
Hi, my name is Carlton Dennis, and I help everyday taxpayers avoid paying taxes legally.
You can see that it hit the red here. That means it's too loud and it's going to become distorted. So let's bring it to, let's say, -20.
Hi, my name is Carlton Dennis, and I help everyday taxpayers avoid.
So you can see that the audio levels are pretty low. So when we bring it back to 0 decibels and play it back.
Hi, my name is Carlton Dennis, and I help everyday taxpayers avoid paying taxes legally.
It's right there in the sweet spot. So another way to increase or decrease the loudness for your audio file is by adjusting the audio gain. So you can do that for specific audio files. So for example, for this one, I'm going to choose this one right here, and I'm going to press G on the keyboard, and here you can see audio gain pops up. I usually like to use Normalize Max Peak. So what that does, it's going to increase the audio to the loudest point of that clip without distorting it. Now, of course, if you increase the decibels too high, it will distort the audio. That's why it's good to experiment with it and find that good range to where it's not distorting. All right, so now let's just experiment with this. So let's bring this to 5 decibels. And you can see the audio already increased. So let's play this.
I decided to share it, and this form of radical transparency
Now, obviously you can see
has led to my success.
that it's peaking right here. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so now let's bring it down to -10. See what happens.
I decided to share it, and this form of radical transparency has led to my.
Okay, so that's pretty low. Now let's bring it back to 0. Now to adjust it back to 0, you can see that it still says 0 here, but it's not actually back to 0. To do that, go to Set Gain 2 and press 0, click OK. Now it's back to its original level.
I decided to share it, and this form of radical transparency has led to my.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, all right, so another tip if you want to make your life easier and you want to set the same audio gain levels for multiple clips, all you have to do is highlight the clips you want, press G on the keyboard, we'll go to Normalize Max Peak, let's say we set it to 5 dB, click OK, and now you can see all the audio files here have increased to 5 decibels. Now let's say you want to go back to 0 decibels, same thing, highlight the clips you want, go to Set Gain 2 and choose 0 and click OK, and now all these highlighted audio files are set back to 0 decibels. What I usually like to do, well, let me say this first. For this course, I will be using the audio clip mixer to adjust some of the levels of this. However, for majority of my edits, I do use audio gain to adjust the loudness or decrease the loudness of audio files where people are speaking. And I use audio clip mixer to increase or decrease the loudness of a song, for example. Now, every audio file is going to be a little bit different depending how it was recorded. So maybe using audio gain might be best for adjusting it, or maybe using the audio clip mixer might be best. It's up to you. But in general, that's what I usually use each for. So those are the different ways to adjust your audio. So let's say you want to copy the audio settings from one clip to all the other clips in your sequence. The same thing applies when you copy the settings for your video scale onto the other clips. So let's say, for example, you want to copy the audio levels for this clip. All you got to do is highlight the other clips, right click, paste attributes. And since you only want to copy the volume for your audio to the other clips, you only want to check mark volume right here. So uncheck motion, because we don't want to copy that to the other clips, and just leave volume checkmarked, and then press OK. And so whatever audio level you had for this clip is going to transfer over to all the other clips. So now that we understand audio levels, the next step is to add our B-roll to the interview.